Hello and welcome to Living Fabulously with Bev. Today my guest is Carl Davies. Welcome, Carl.
Well, thank you very much. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
And on our top tips today, we're talking about all things mind, body, emotions and feelings. So Carl, what are your top tips for us today?
Well, I've got two top tips today. So top tip number one is simply allowing everything that you feel to be okay. I think one of the things that we do automatically is that when we have an uncomfortable feeling, we tend to resist it, we tend to block it, or we talk to others to try to figure out if it's okay for me to feel this. The other thing that happens is our thinking brain kind of winds up, and we tend to start trying to find meaning in our feelings. We try to solve our feelings, we try to analyze those feelings. The interesting thing is that all of that thinking almost always makes us feel worse. And I find that people can believe that their feelings start in their head, whereas the feeling starts in the body. So my top tip is to get into the body and simply allow everything that you feel to be okay. Even if you entertain that idea right now, what if what I feel is not a problem? What if what I feel doesn't need to be solved? That idea, I think, is, it's huge, really. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't want to take action in life, because there are times when we do wish to take action in life. But what it means is that I can allow this to be. I don't have to resist it. I don't have to find meaning in it. I don't have to check with my friends if it's okay to feel this. It doesn't matter what I feel. It's not that it says something about who I am as a person. I can simply allow this feeling to be. So that's tip number one. The second tip is to be in that space where we can recognize that my feelings come from inside of me. So I don't want to look at my feelings as being caused by something outside of me. Yes, there's an energy flow between me and life, but we become very disempowered. If I think, well, my boss makes me angry, then I'm disempowered. But if I allow myself to recognize, well, I'm the creator of my experience, my emotional feelings arise inside of me as a result of my interaction with my environment. My emotions are really just guiding me back to my true self. And what I want to do is just trust my true self, align with it and let it flow. So if I need to say anything to my boss, that's fine. If I need to just let the feelings be, that's fine as well. But it's recognizing that my emotional feelings come from inside of me. And it's not that I need to frantically try to solve them. I frantically need to change the world. A lot of the time we get stuck in that idea that if I feel uncomfortable, if there's something there that I feel a bit tense, I've got to find a cause out there and I've got to fix out there. So, tip number two would be simply just allow yourself to be in that space that, okay, well, maybe I don't feel great. Is this something I need to deal with? Fine. But it may be that I'm just going to let this be. I'm not going to try to, maybe it's not related to anything out there. It may just be today, I just feel a bit off kilter. There's nothing for me to fix. There's nothing for me to analyze. There's nothing for me to solve. I can just simply allow myself to feel. Knowing that, I will naturally gravitate back up to my default setting. So when we get out of the way, we gravitate towards our default setting, which is being more in alignment with our true self. I hope that makes sense.
That's fantastic. And a lot of this is in your brilliant book called The Intelligent Body. So how can people get a hold of your book, Carl?
The book is available on Amazon. It's available in Barnes & Noble and hopefully available in most shops. I'm hoping it's available in Australia now. It's definitely out. It was out in the US in May, in UK this month in June. And I think it's due out in Australia any moment, Australia and New Zealand, but you can get it in Amazon and Barnes & Noble online.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And what I just wanted to share with you is that Carl and I have done a brilliant interview on the podcast show. And if you like what you hear right now, come over and listen to the full interview. You can get that on www.livingfabulously.com/podcast. So we want to see you there. Join us. Thanks, Carl, for being with me today.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.